episode of Pay Per Preview. I'm War Machine MJ, I tied for second place at SummerSlam. I'm the current reigning and defending 3-Count Series champion, and look at that. Look at what I have here. That's right, I am the first ever NX3 champion, coming out first place in TakeOver 36 predictions, and old War Machine 3 belts lives. Anyway, I'm not here today to talk about that. I'm here today to talk about AEW All Out 2021 from Chi-Town, which is of course the in-ring return of one CM Punk. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and talk about the prize for guessing predictions. The 3-Count Series committee has told me to allot this time to announcing the prize for predictions. It is the Elite Count Championship, and this will be the only belt defended at All Out, or will be up for grabs at All Out, just like at any takeover. This shiny belt will be up for grabs. Meanwhile, first, second place will be divvied out on WWE pay-per-views. So, of course, for NXT and AEW pay-per-views, there's also going to be the rule where you have to guess, where we try to guess the match card correctly. You know, that just adds to the total. You want to make sure there's no tie. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in. But first, let me go ahead and take off all this hardware. There we go. Oh, much better. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the buy-in match. Now, originally, the buy-in match was going to be the Women's Casino Battle Royal. But, yeah, that got bumped to the main show, or that got bumped up to the main show, because one of the matches on the pre-show, Andrade versus Pac, was canceled because Pac couldn't make it. So, in its place is a 10-man tag team match pitting the Best Friends, the team of Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Wheeler Yuta, with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus taking on the Hardy Family Office, Matt Hardy, Private Party, and the Hybrid 2. Ain't much to say on this one. It's kind of a last-minute match, but should be good nonetheless. Of course, they did make the announcement that this is on the pre-show, so that's one free point to all three of us on guessing the match card correctly. So, with that being said, Malcolm and Rod go with the Best Friends in Jurassic Express for 2, while I go for Best Friends in Jurassic Express for 5. Next, we have the in-ring debut for one Paul White, FKA, The Big Show. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but yeah, he's going to be taking on QT Marshall of the Factory. And like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because this is the least appealing match on the card. So anyway, Malcolm and Rod have Paul White with 1 point, while I have Paul White with 4 points. Next is going to be for the TNT Championship. It will be the Redeemer, Miro, taking on the Mad King, Eddie Kingston. Now, Miro has exacted all this righteous fury and punishment on all these guys who, you know, either stepped to him or, you know, more recently taken the easy way out of getting into AEW. Like his most recent victim, Fuego del Sol, I had to remember his name, who was promised if he beat Miro, he would have gotten a TNT contract, but after he lost to Miro handily, they handed him a contract anyways. Miro took his rage out on Fuego del Sol once again, but this time came to the realization that, yeah, sure, Fuego took the easy way out, but he wasn't the first, which leads him to Eddie Kingston, who, despite coming up short in a TNT match against Cody, Eddie Kingston got a free contract into AEW. So now Miro is going to exact his punishment. So, that being said, Rod and Malcolm go with Miro for 4, while I go with Miro for 7. Next, it's going to be a special attraction match as Jon Moxley takes on New Japan Pro Wrestling's own Satoshi Kojima. Now, Moxley had been looking to pick a fight with literally anybody from the New Japan roster, including one Tanahashi, Go Ace. But the only person that sent back a contract signed, sealed, and delivered was one of the old bastards himself, Satoshi Kojima. Now, Jon Mox has, he's made it known that he's planning on ending Kojima's career, that he's going to go home with Kojima's scalp well in hand. So Rod and Malcolm go with Moxley for 5, while I go with Moxley for 9. Next is going to be the Women's Casino Battle Royal, which, you know how these Casino Battle Royals go. All the competitors are released in waves, with the Joker coming out last, and whichever woman is the last woman standing will get a future opportunity at the Women's Championship. So, this time we have our picks spread out across the board. Rod's going to go with Ty Conti for 3, while Malcolm's going to go with Jade Cargill for 3, and me, I'm picking the returning Anna Jay for 1 point. Yeah, when it comes down to these multi-person affairs, I don't have much confidence, so 1 point. Next is going to be Chris Jericho's final stand as he takes on MJF. Of course, MJF holds a 3-0 lead over Chris Jericho, and Jericho has vowed that if he does not defeat MJF in this last encounter, he will sit his ass on the commentary desk on Rampage, maybe make some commentary for Dynamite, but yeah, this is it for Jericho. So, Malcolm and Rod have Jericho for 8 apiece, while I have MJF for 3. You know, Fozzy could be promoting another album. You know, they could always write Chris Jericho back into the ring. Anyway, next is going to be for the AEW Tag Team Champions. It will be the Young Bucks of the Elite. The Elite taking on their number 1 contenders from the tag team eliminator tourney, the Lucha Brothers, Penta and Phoenix. Not much to say there. These two teams are going to put on another high caliber throwdown, much like their Escalera de la Muerte match a couple of years ago. So, Rod's picking the Young Bucks for 9 points, Malcolm's picking the Luchas for 7, and I'm picking the Lucha Bros for 2. Don't really have too much confidence in this match. Next will be for the AEW Women's Championship, as Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, will challenge Chris Statlander of the Best Friends. Not much to say about this one. Rod has Britt Baker for 7, while me and Mainstream have Britt Baker for 6. The Doc is going to retain. Next will be for the AEW World Championship, as Kenny Omega, the Cleaner, defends against Impact World Champion Christian Cage. Once again, not much to say about this match. The story's not really the main crux of it anyways. It's just watching 2 high caliber Canadians go at it. So, Rod has Omega for 6, while me and Malcolm have Kenny Omega for a whopping 10 points. And finally, the main attraction, the match everybody wants to see, it's the return of CM Punk, who is all elite. He will be taking on Darby Allin. Now this one, the story of this match all boils down to respect, including respect from Darby Allin's second, Sting, who has said, when this match kicks off, I'm going to give Darby a pat on the shoulder, and then I'm walking my old ass back to the locker room so nobody can stand in the way. So yeah, yet another high caliber throwdown. Rod has CM Punk for a whopping 10 points, while Mainstream has Punk for 9, and I've got Punk for 8. So, that's our picks for AEW All Out as far as our match orders. I'm just going to, pay attention to the end of the video. There's going to be, cards that say, what matches we pick. So, that being said, remember, winner gets this. So I plan on being the first man to hold all the belts. Because this is the only one I'm missing. And then you'll address me as War Machine 4 belts. Ultimo Machine. So yeah, that being said, I'm War Machine 1, 2, tree belts. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.